with Kelowna Mayor Colin Basran. Colin, let's talk about COVID. Basically, it's been a year since much of Kelowna was shut down, at least temporarily. We appear to be closer to the end than to the beginning, thankfully. We hear from a number of experts that Kelowna is probably better positioned to come out the other end in good shape than many other communities in the province and the country. Can you explain why, from your perspective?
Sure, yeah, I think that's certainly a fair assessment, and I think we've seen already, given the hot real estate market, the continued investment in our community, that Kelowna is very well positioned. Also the fact that we have one of, if not the lowest unemployment rate in the country right now, speaks volumes to the small business and entrepreneurs we have in our community who have been very resilient and who are leading the way. But I think that one of the things that's driving this and why Kelowna is well positioned, as well as the entire Okanagan region, is just given the natural assets, amenities we have. And a lot of people are saying, boy, if this is going to happen again, or if I can work from home now, where do I want home to be? And I think that it's natural that a lot of people would say, boy, the Okanagan, and particularly Kelowna, looks like a pretty good place to call home if I'm going to be working from home, but I want a place that provides a great lifestyle for myself, potentially my family. I think this accelerates our city's growth. I don't think it certainly slows it, and that's certainly been backed up by the stats we've seen in the last year, where we grew by 2%. And so I don't see that changing. But it also means that things that we're doing, like updating the official community plan, creating a new transportation master plan, and all of this planning work we're doing for our community really comes at a good time.
The big buzzword is new normal. What does Kelowna's new normal, what do you think it looks like?
Perhaps working from home might become a permanent thing for those that maybe want to, but that will mean we'll need to create new policy and things to make sure that people are able to do that. There's a number of things that I think we will have to wait to see what happens once everyone's vaccinated and we return to a potential normal in terms of restrictions being eased. And then we'll have to see how people react to that easing of restrictions. And I'm sure we'll see new patterns, perhaps, of behavior, and we'll have to adjust accordingly.
And whether brick and mortar, as far as shopping is concerned, is actually welcome 10, 15 years down the road?
Yeah, possibly. I mean, how people go to school as well might change, but I know talking to a lot of students, their preference is still to have that face-to-face contact with their teachers and professors. And I know that UBCO and Okanagan College are planning for a return of students for this fall. So there's a number of things that could be different, but I mean, it's still a little bit too early to say. But yeah, you're right, we're certainly a lot closer.
And the last question on this, you'd mentioned so many people from City Hall working from home. Could you see a downsizing, and I don't mean staff-wise, but building-wise, for a City Hall? Do you need a 4.5-story structure if half your people are working from home?
Well, I wouldn't say it's half that would be able to work from home. I would say a downsizing of City Hall is probably not likely, but perhaps not needing space in the community. That potential certainly exists, but no, I would say I would say the day of not needing City Hall or being able to only utilize half the space is certainly not feasible at this point. But who knows what the future will hold for future councils.